go to the ground. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Let's take a minute here to talk a little Memphis. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. We weren't expecting much about that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year. They get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Smithers into space. Getting on the ground after a 4-yard run after the 31.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught, goes to the marker, it's Smith.
Big catch on 3rd down, going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Rides the back on the option to get it.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Running back searching for a hole. Makes a landing. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. We're kind of keeping out the end zone. Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force them either to kick a field goal or get no points. And this drive is still a success.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lewis wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that. We'll see the see if he can do it again. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Returns like that are why you... Settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now build on this 3-0 lead.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lewis to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. But when he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Memphis will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Goes to the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights off a defender. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last one? Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Groupers will punt it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it up to about the 40. Yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. Really nice pick as they get it to the 36 as the 1st down. You can win a lot of trivia challenges if you ask how has it been since Memphis had a losing season. They've reeled off 11 straight winning campaigns, and Ryan Silverfield does it without being too.
No, but he has got great balance on offense. Very, very creative on that side of the football. And over the years, whoever's been the head coach and play caller, that's one thing they've seemed to do. They're a very, very tough out here in Europe.
Explosive offense. That's what you always expect. No matter who plays, coming down, these offenses are always fun to watch, high flying, and put up a bunch of points.
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the 1st down.
Precision blocking up front. Staying in the open lane, and the running back covered it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking that front.
on to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check it out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The short hands, it's Sheffield. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll pull it up the read. They've got the play bottle up. Oh, it's out. Upset runners loose. Didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only did they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
There we go. They finally wrestle on the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Defense cashing it in on that drive.
I know only in game 1, but this has got to be excited about what we've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks got great command down the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lane. At the 16. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That pass is incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. The Brewers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Punt team makes its way onto the field. He was hoping for a little more run. They're able to get him down at the 45. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Lewis wants to pass. A spectacular one-hand grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
How about the eye-hand coordination by the tight end there? That ball was not put on his body, wasn't put on his face mask, but he was able to stick out the big hand and pluck it right out of the air.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Smith takes the handoff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision.
Got enough space.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should... All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You've already sent your punt around 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Got it behind the line. It's Peterson. Makes his way into the 17, but not enough for the first down. And the Brewers line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt, try to make a big play. Return. Get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense goes toss, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tackle. The 24. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Look out, he's got room. Bounced off his feet.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Fires one high and deep. He's loose. He's at the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The groupers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, groupers. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running. Not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Memphis!
Now you see the evolution of the option. You see the evolution of scrambling quarterbacks that can run, be so dynamic, and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything. I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignment. To that return at the 22. Now this offense is back on the field. The give to the back. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. They feed him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Sheffield. Let's go. Moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the groupers will have it 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Run it with the fullback. They stop him in his tracks, trying to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up. They'll run the option. Down the pitch. And the defense overswerved. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls a timeout. Second of the day as they try to get their act together.
And I really don't understand the play call. Ball run like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting the quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and 1.
He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Connor. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. They want to throw it. Here's the heat. Looking for the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The give to the back. Finds just enough daylight to the 19-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
The Groupers will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. Get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Got a little space. It's a running room. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
How's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Hand off from the gun. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And to the end zone he goes.
Everybody's getting in on the front half for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. The play calling, these guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Out comes the offense as they over. Now they'll run it to the right here. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
And the groupers getting set on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. Got enough for the 1st. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The groupers are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the quarterback will give a sack back at the 46.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And the groupers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle at Sheffield. And they swarm him under. The groupers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Catch in the middle, it's Parrish. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Gets the back moving. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Groupers.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Caught over the middle, it's Thompson. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the gun to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's got the back in the middle. They bring him down, but the big man runs the sticks.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have in the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, some information.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that. Bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The option look. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Groupers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Punt is on its way. He gets it up to the 34-yard before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Handoff to the single running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
He gets the job done. Picking up the first down. They get him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, running back gets the give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Got his man. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Catches it at the 15. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Groupers. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on there, so quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was wrong.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home and gets him on the ground.
Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Finds his tight end. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Memphis will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the yard line before he stopped on the return. And now the offense will come onto the field again. To the ground with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock it down for a loss. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. And a good job. And that defense is a short pickup.
The defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving him a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
Looking deep down the right side. Catches it, passes, sticks, and still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Groupers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to football, Jess. in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown.
He is feeling it, a huge
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. We're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing.
Really good job by everybody there. Good run and a first down. Memphis now operating in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Rutherford.
Offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. To the air on first down. Gets rid of it. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. He's looking to throw. Grab in the backfield. It's Craig. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Parrish. Man, a defender missed. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Give to the big fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Clippers will hustle to the line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Finds his man. It's Thompson. Chains now on second and long. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Tigers
defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And now this offense. Field again. Leaves it with the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kelly. The offense will have to use its first timeout on the half. And the Groupers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Groupers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. Listen, we've seen crazier things happen in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute these points on the board.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
San Jose State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a group of Spartans that fired on all cylinders. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle at Sheffield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Craig. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The Groupers want to move quickly. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck. And the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's taking the knee conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Groupers have it with a 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it out of the end zone. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one way too far. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Touchdown Groupers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a play by the quarterback. What an effort. It looked like he was in a lot of trouble. 4th down, nobody open. The pass rush is getting to him, but phenomenal athleticism. And you just can't coach that, right? He's able to get to the outside and run that in for a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And this is why you put this team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, hit your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That